Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Nomad Millionaire. Today we'll be looking at what's the difference actually between living in the US, UK, and what we call Nomad Millionaire Land. And Nomad Millionaire Land is not just a geographic thing, it's a mindset thing. It's a thing where we are using our salary as a weapon to build wealth, because we all want as early as possible to have an army of capital working for us forever. Those are the two key things, right? The faster we start to actually save and invest, the faster we also build an army of capital that will work for us forever. And we now know, we've been covering this in the previous channel as well, how difficult it is to save for people living in the US, UK, Germany, Denmark, and Sweden. And so we thought we'll do this video to make it crystal clear why it's so important to follow the Nomad Millionaire Steps, an 8-step process to make sure you get all the benefits of the hard work you put in, and your salary is being used to build wealth. And if your salary is not being used to build wealth, it means you're going to work for no meaning. If you're just paying off the bills but not in a better position, and you're not actually putting yourself in a position to win in the future, it doesn't really, we need it to start compounding. Compound interest, guys, is the most important single factor for your future success. So, guys, follow in. We've created this for you, so please pay attention. In the US, the average net savings rate is 7.5%. That means if you make $100,000 a year, you on average save $7,500. That's the average net savings rate. In the UK, it's 5.2%. So 5.2% of your salary actually goes towards it. Now, this is the averages, which means for a lot of you, and for most people, it's actually below. And the reason is that there's some people saving up $1 million every month, $100 million every month, and that screws it up. But 76% of the Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and around 70% in UK are living paycheck to paycheck. So it's not completely true when you then look at the averages, might not tell the full story. And what we are seeing, people that do the Nomad Millionaire Land, people that are doing the Nomad Millionaire Steps, people that have the Nomad Millionaire mindset, which we want all of you to have because we want you to win. We are here to try and make you win. They are saving up on average 60% of their salaries. We see people saving up 85% of the salary. How is that possible? Well, turns out there's a lot of places around the world where if you make $10,000 a month, you only spend $1,000 or $2,000 a month. And so you have $8,000 to put towards your net savings every month. And you'll get to millionaire status very fast if you start to understand compound interest. And so what we've done in this video here is just to show you an example of a household making $100,000 with the average net savings rate between US, UK, and Nomad Millionaire Land. Now, Nomad Millionaire Land means it's one of the 45 places we've identified that you are staying at. Meanwhile, you kept a salary from US, UK, Germany, or some of these places. You made sure you had the geographical arbitrage and that you're using and you're getting the full benefit of your salary. And the reason is why this is going on, right, is that in the UK and US, it's not because people are really outspending or crazy. It's because it's gotten so expensive. Higher taxes, plus higher housing costs, plus higher living costs in general, means that people can't save up anymore, and their salary is not really a useful tool to build wealth. So the job becomes a way for you to just live paycheck to paycheck. It becomes a way to just pay the rent, and there's nothing left. And a lot of you will actually see, once you start to do the Nomad Millionaire Step 1, that you're actually losing money every month. And so we are here to bring hope back in, to get you excited about a new plan, to get you excited about a new path, to get you excited about the fact that anybody can win who is actually willing to put in the work and do the Nomad Millionaire Steps. Anybody. That's the key here, guys. It's not something that is like only for some percent or something. No. Anybody who does this can win. And we want you to win. Trust us. We want you that your salary are being used to build wealth. And yeah, it's tough where you are. But we took an example here for you guys to see what happens if you keep those savings rate in the different countries. So Nomad Millionaire Land, you're saving up 60%, right? So if you make this household, we took an example, is making $100,000 a month, a year. A month would be great, but a year. So $100,000 a month and saving 60% means they're living on $40,000. Sorry. Guys, if you go to a lot of these places that we are recommending you to live, you will live like a king for $4,000 a month. Like a king. You will live in a crazy good apartment. You eat out as much as you want to. It doesn't come with a sacrifice of your quality of life. Now we see other people that go to the extreme still. They just want to save up as much as possible, even though they're making $100,000. They're still living on $1,000 because they are just in it to really win it in the short term. Now we think it's better to do it moderately, but if you want to go as intense as possible, you can still do that. Now, on average, we're seeing 60%. For you to have the Nomad Millionaire mindset, you need to save up at least 50%. That's the key, at least 50%. So what happens? And that's the thing we look at here. If you are saving up 60% of your salary on $100,000 a year versus 5.2% of your salary in UK versus 7.5% in the US. And the numbers are staggering, guys. And remember, this actually says that you're not going to make incremental money the next 10, your salary is going to be flat the next 10 years, which they're of course not. So you're going to make more money than this, right? You're going to make a lot more money than this. But we just took an example and said, okay, you're not going to make any more money. This is going to be the thing you do next 10 years. And see, in the Nomad Millionaire Land, you still turn into a millionaire in 10 years. You still turn into a millionaire in 10 years. If that's not insane, I don't know what is. And the other places, of course, if you look at these numbers, you type them in and you see, okay, I'm actually feel like I'm working a lot. Me and my spouse and partner, wife, whatever it might be, are also working a lot. And we have decent jobs. And we look at 10 years out, we'll still only have $80,000 in UK. Of course, you're losing hope. You need to be on a path that looks like you're going to win in the future, that makes you sure you believe you're going to win in the future. And you are losing hope because when you look at it and you are just living paycheck to paycheck, fighting, there is no hope left. So look at this graph again, guys. Please look at it again and you get to choose. You get to choose. What do you want to do? Are you willing to make some sacrifices to get there? Are you willing to actually do this? Are you and your partner aligned on where you want to go in the future? That's the questions. It's right there for the taking. Anybody can win. Anybody can win. The question is, are you willing to do what it takes? And that's what we are here to say. The power is in your hands. Now, we've even seen millionaires being created, $1,000 combined incomes. And we even have examples of that in our historic videos. And we'll bring a lot more of also the ultra low income or the ultra low way of becoming a income way to becoming a millionaire. Because that's still possible. When we say ultra low, a lot of people are going to flag us and say, but on average, we're seeing a good, well-paying remote job brings in $50,000 to $60,000 a year. And if you're two people, now that's what we assume in this case, also with the living cost. If you're only one, you can live a lot cheaper. It's not going to be as expensive as it is. Your savings rate will go up in that scenario. Now you will also have a little less, of course, income because you're only one. But for all of you that are two, of course, that's easier, right? If you have two incomes, it's much easier. So again, we are here to bring hope and to make you understand that you have the power to change. Please, guys, share, like, and subscribe. The US, UK, the affordability crisis is going on. We're seeing the middle class getting completely squeezed, and we have a solution to help them. And it's not that they already knew a bit about this, but we made it very practical. Very practical. 8 steps to win. Nomad Millionaire Steps. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, Step 5, Step 6, Step 7, or Step 8 at the very end. And anybody can do it. Doesn't require high IQ. It's just behavioral for you. You just have to change your behavior. You just have to start to think like a Nomad Millionaire. The mindset is actually the key component here. That's why we call it Nomad Millionaire Land. And that's not just a geographic. That is, you are now in that mindset. You are living in that thesis of life. You understand compound interest. You understand why you need an army of capital. You understand why you in the beginning have to use your salary as a weapon to build wealth. All those things are what determines if you have the Nomad Millionaire mindset or not. And the mindset is the key. So please, guys, like, subscribe, and share. We need this out. People are getting squeezed. 76% of the Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 70% of UK. There needs to be a different solution. Please, guys, like and subscribe, share. Bye-bye.